What's up, guys? Today we are going to do a van tour for Bayside Restoration. Let's take a look. So this is a 2026 Ford Transit. We just got this thing. We've got all the racks in it. I'm gonna show you this. On the 2026, we have the larger touchscreen in here. Most of the other Ford Transits, you have that really small screen. We got the little larger one here, the T250. So full wrap, as you can see here, we just got this thing done as well. Got everything racked out, and just wanna show you what you got. Down here in Florida, we do a lot of mold compared to what we did in Nashville. So our van racks look a little bit different now, but what we got it set up for now, as you can see, we'll carry 2 air scrubbers on one shelf. Okay, so this is going to be made out of unistrut shelving, by the way. You can get this at Home Depot or at Lowe's. Just angle brackets, stuff like that. Average plywood on top of that. But we set up everything so we can put a compact dehume down on the bottom, and so we can fit 2 dehumes on this side, 2 dehumes on this side. But that's why we like the compact dehumes instead of getting the bigger upright ones. We do have upright ones, but we use those for overflow jobs. We use these compact ones so we can set more equipment on the van. Shelf 1, it's going to be either A, 6 fans, or B, 2 air scrubbers. And you can see that we got this thing kind of set up right now. 2 air scrubbers here, and then we've got 3 rows of 2 sets of these radial fans, all right? And so I think we've got 20 inches in the clear right here, a little bit more here. And so that's why we've got it spaced the way that we've got it spaced. Previously, when I did it on my last van, we had an Adrian steel type shelving, and this was just like all one big unit. Now that we're doing it this way, I wanted to be able to split it up between air scrubbers and or fans. That's why we did it this way, okay? If I could go back, I might lower this a couple inches and maybe give me a couple more inches up top. But either way, this is what we wound up doing. 6 fans, 2 air scrubbers. We're eventually gonna put plywood here with some other Packout stuff. Like I said, we just got this thing done last week, and my videographer is in town for our water damage boot camp. So we're taking a break from the boot camp and shooting all this stuff here. Over here on this other side, this is just where we have like miscellaneous Packout stuff. These sprayers, man, these things, it's really hard to keep from destroying these. This is the only thing that I found. We'll keep our antimicrobial and our cleaning materials. 1 unistrut shelf over here. They are anchored and bolted in. They're plated in, they lock in. This thing it just snaps right in just like that. In here, we'll have various stuff like different blades. We don't have everything out right now. We got blades in one, drill bits in another, markers and connectors in another. Our shop vac workhorse, we got this thing just bungeed up here. Works pretty well. We don't have a better spot for this yet. Trash bags go in here. We may change some of this stuff up. We could put some other saws and whatnot. Our saws wind up riding in the Packout in the front. The bigger idea is for you to see is this. Essentially, our consumables and our hand tools will kind of go over here, and the equipment will ride over on this side. And for the mid-roof, this is fine. I'm 5'9". You're good right here. Some people get the taller van, that's fine too. In this other set of Packout here, we've just got some other stuff. Like what we'll wind up keeping here is probably gonna change a little bit over time. Right now, we've just got like some lock boxes, some of the extra bungees and whatnot that will ride in here. Some extra overflow tape, whether it's gonna be some of our blue tape, our boxing tape for Packouts, some of our just regular adhesive for our containments. Down here, zippers will be overflowed in here. Hazmat suits and stuff will go in here. And again, all of this is bolted in. It rides really well. As you come up further, you'll notice we did do the composite thing. This is an Adrian steel composite. You can get the metal one, I think, for like $600 or $700. I think we paid about $1,600 for this. But we're down here in Florida, and it's super hot. Otherwise, this thing, you're gonna be trying to heat and cool the entire van. It gets really hot for those guys up there, and it's really loud. These things are tin cans. You get in the front up here, you can't hear anything. It stays super cold. I think it's worth it. It's nice. Highly recommend this guy here. We've got our Gorilla ladder that we set over here, some boxes for Packout, more boxes for Packout. We do also carry a dolly on every project, so the dolly goes in here. And then it also helps hold this Packout in place. In case you guys haven't seen these Packouts, these things are on wheels. You can actually just take this thing and then dolly it into the house, and that is what we do. And then once we get all of this into the house, we just got everything that we need right there. So we've got more tape and markers. This goes into every house on every single project. Different stuff for cleaning. And then down here, screwdrivers, stuff like this, pry bars. I like to keep 2 of everything. Got 2 pry bars, 2 knives, 2 sets of Allen wrenches, 2 tape measures, 2 sets of everything for all of our screwdrivers. I don't believe in a single point of failure. There's been too many times that we get out there, we don't have what we need. Get 2 sets of shears, 2 of everything, okay? All this stuff, staplers, putty knives, and when you got 2 and it's all set in one spot, it's really easy to see what goes where and what you are missing. Down at the very bottom, we are using, we're using DeWalt 20-volt stuff, so we got that in there with our hammers as well. This goes in on every project. It's pretty helpful to have. You can break it apart, and then we take it up and down the stairs from that. It's always helpful to have a dolly on every single project. You don't know if you're gonna have to move a washer, a dryer, refrigerator, any number of those things. There wasn't a good way to like find somebody that had done this. There was a lot of different videos that had some unistrut, but I couldn't really tell how I wanted to do it. If we take a look at the back, we've got it fastened at the very top, okay? So this is an 1.5 unistrut, and then we got that shallow channel right there. This fastens, I think, with an M6 or M8 directly into the side. And then once that goes into the side, then we actually wind up screwing in from these guys here. For these racks, we wound up spending somewhere in the ballpark of like $1,300 on all the material for all this stuff. Packout stuff, it's not cheap. You know what, those Adrian steel units would have got otherwise, you'd have spent $3,000 to $4,000 on that. At least this way we get exactly what we want laid out the way that we want. Either way, pretty happy with the way that it turned out. I'm sure that we might do something different in the future for the second van, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna look relatively similar to this. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Got any comments or questions, let me know down below. See you guys in the next video. Guys, if you didn't already know, the 2 biggest problems you're gonna have in owning a restoration company are this. Number 1, getting consistent water damage jobs coming in the door. Number 2, getting paid what you're worth for those water damage jobs. For that reason, I'm addressing both those problems with these videos to my left or right. On one side, it's about getting jobs. On the other side, it's about getting paid. Go over there, click the link. I'll see you in the next video.